Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from Outkick. This is dated October 8th, and you probably remember hearing about this months ago because I did a video on it, but not necessarily from me. You probably heard it just around. It says, Deadspin loses bid to dismiss defamation suit over accusing 9-year-old Chiefs fan of blackface. So if you remember, and we're not going to look at Dan Dekich here, we'll close out of that. So let's just get into this. You'll probably remember it as it goes on. If you remember this kid, this is the actual headline from that article. And without showing the other side of the kid's face, which was red. So let's go into this. It says, a Delaware judge rejected a motion by Deadspin to dismiss a defamation lawsuit for falsely accusing a 9-year-old NFL fan of wearing blackface in an article, according to the Associated Press. Last November, then Deadspin writer Karen J. Phillips published a photo of a kid named Holden Armenta from a Chiefs game wearing a Native American headdress and his face painted. Armenta painted half his face red and half black, and in support of his favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. However, Phillips' article only showed one side of the child's face, the side painted black, and this is what you can see right here. And as it says, here's the photo you can see. So this is the original headline, and then, of course, he made it about racism. Says they're doubling up on the racism. Are you going to say anything, Roger Goodell? No, because Mr. Karen Phillips, and that is a dude. It's a dude Karen, a literal Karen. Well, you completely lied. So here's what the kid actually looked like. Here you go. So a little bit of a difference between, let's do this. You can see the top here, and you can see it looks like he's smoking a cigar or something stuck up his nose. Don't sue me, kid. But here you can see the actual picture of the kid. And so, again, it was another race hoax, but let's go ahead and see if this is quite the difference. No, yes, that's a large difference. So, considering what the article says, the article is titled, The NFL Needs to Speak Out Against Kansas City Chiefs Fan in Blackface, Native Headdress. Phillips stated with certainty that the boy had found a way to hate black people and Native Americans at the same time. In reality, and here's one of the kickers, Armenta is actually a Native American. Whoops. As Deadspin posted on the November 27, 2023, or posted the article on that date, but did not correct the piece until December 7th, when the family threatened legal action. Yet when the site finally added an editor's note to the article and retained the accusations of racism, the outlet tried to defend itself with two easily provable lies. First, the note claimed the outlet was unaware of the full photo until it received a letter from the family's lawyer. That is not true. The photos of Armenta's full face were widely available at the time Deadspin posted the article and posted across the internet afterward. Yeah, I remember seeing them like the day I read this article. I remember seeing that and being like, yeah, those two things are not the same. So yeah, that obviously is a lie from Deadspin. It says Outkick sent Deadspin the full photo of Armenta's face painted red and black on November 29th, asking why it refused to correct the piece. Further, Phillips admitted to knowing the fan was not wearing blackface on November 28th. Oh boy, that's going to be a problem. So this was a hit piece, is what this guy wrote. So just to get some far left points in his bucket, if you will. It says, for the idiots in my mentions who are treating this as some harmless act because the other side of his face was painted red, I can make the argument that it makes it even worse, Phillips wrote on X. Y'all are the ones who hate Mexicans but wear sombreros on Cinco. What the F are you talking about? You absolute clown. Red and black, like, the Chiefs colors, but, whatever. So for 11 days, Deadspin published an article while knowing it contained a deceptively edited screenshot used to smear a 9-year-old child. Secondly, the editor's note stated that the intended focus of the article was on the NFL and not the fan. Yeah, that's not true if the kid's, like, on your cover, or your cover photo. It says that is not true either. It says the first paragraph of the article claimed the fan, not the NFL, hated both black people and Native Americans. Yeah, 9-year-old kid. He probably doesn't even know anything about that. So it says the Armenta family officially filed a defamation suit against Deadspin in February, alleging that author Karen Phillips maliciously and wantonly attacked their son as part of a race-drenched political agenda to generate clicks. Couldn't have said it better myself because that's exactly what he was doing. And is he being... I haven't looked at the lawsuit or anything, but I understand them suing Deadspin, but why not sue him directly too? Is that a possibility? Because it seems like that should have been done. Because according to the lawsuit, the Armentas started receiving hateful messages and death threats after Deadspin published the piece. I'm sure they did because there's a lot of sheep out there. Specifically, the suit alleges that one person threatened to KI double hockey sticks Holden with a wood chipper. Oh, that's a pleasant human being. I hope they kept that tweet. And they should do what Jay and Silent Bob did at the end of, what was it? Jay and Silent Bob, A Strike Back, if you know what I'm talking about. here's a list, and just start going around and punching people. Find out who this person is. No, and don't actually do that. I'm kidding. It says the Armentas say they made repeated requests for Deadspin to retract the article, which it would not. So the family's legal case is strong. Lexi Rigdon, an attorney and frequent legal analyst for Fox News, provided the following explanation to Outkick last November about the lawsuit and the family's chances of succeeding. It says, although defamation laws vary by state, in general, to prove defamation, a plaintiff would have to show that a false statement was made, i.e. that this child is wearing blackface, we know the guy did, that the statement was published to third parties, easy, it's all over the internet, even Elon Musk commenting, that the defendant knew it was false or was at least negligent, was negligent. Okay, that's what tripped me up. So, or was at least negligent in publishing it. Says Phillips and Deadspin saw the full photo and knew the context in which it was taken, and damages that some harm was caused to the plaintiff's reputation, that the death threat cited in the lawsuit. Yeah, that sounds like that's a pretty almost airtight thing. The Superior Court Judge Sean Lugg agrees with Rigdon's analysis. On Monday, he rejected Deadspin's argument that the article was an opinion and thus protected from liability for defamation. It says Deadspin published an image of a child displaying his passionate fandom as a backdrop for its critique of the NFL's diversity efforts and, in its description of the child, crossed the fine line protecting its speech from defamation claims, the judge wrote. Having reviewed the complaint, the court concludes that Deadspin's statements accusing H.A., that must be the kid, of wearing blackface and native headdress to hate black people and the Native Americans at the same time, and that he was taught this hatred by his parents, are provable false assertions of fact and are therefore actionable, Lugg added. It says, in March, a month after the Armentas filed a lawsuit against Deadspin, parent company GO Media sold the site to an obscure European firm called Lineup Publishing. New ownership subsequently fired the entire Deadspin staff. Oh, that's just too bad. Oh, no. As Phillips, accurately described in the Armentas lawsuit as someone who makes his livelihood through vicious race baiting, remains unemployed. Oh, no, it's too bad. Says he deserves to be. So does every editor and executive who allowed this story to remain on the site. They falsely and willfully framed a 9-year-old as a racist for cheap clicks and profit, and that is indefensible. 100% agree. Hello. Yep. Okay, that's the end of the article for sure. So yeah, there you go. There's an update on this. So I don't know if anybody had seen this, that this kid is, looks like this is going forward, and I hope he wins. I hope he gets whatever they're willing to give him for it. He should, because as it said here, where did it go? Yep. Basically, all this stuff right here in this paragraph seems to have been proven. So go kid. I am definitely cheering for you against these race baiters. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.